everyone, Tiniestofchibis here, and we are back with Genshin Impact.
Wait,
My dumbass should have run around.
And if possible, please also use your camera to capture the reaction of the audience upon finishing the poem.
Huh? What kind of commission is that?
I see. It appears that you're not interested in this commission. In that case, please go to Port Ormos and convince the Eremites there to spend some time volunteering at the local orphanage.
Hey, that's not any better.
You're wondering what I'm doing. Hopefully that works out well. See if I can stick that in there. Pop that in. Can I pop it in? Should have stuck it a little more. Oh well. Just kind of snip this bit. Just pop that in. No. Just snip. And just kind of round it off a little. Can I please pop this in? Cut off this corner piece. Isn't that asking for obedience?
I'm sure the mercenaries will have some interesting reactions as well.
Paimon's gotta ask. Just who exactly has been submitting these commissions to the Adventurers Guild?
Oh, the commissioner? Well, actually, I just wanted to see the two of you in action.
Was it so obvious? I was hoping you would actually take one of those commissions. That kind of chance to observe humans doesn't come by often.
Ah, so it's Nahida. Paimon just knew Catherine wouldn't crack those kinds of jokes. When did you get into her head?
From when she said, Ad Astra Abyssosk.
So it's been you this whole time? Are you done resting up, Nahida?
Yes. I've been sleeping ever since we parted ways, and I even had a really, really long dream.
I think if I snip it... Okay, no, that works actually well. I just need to know when to push and when not to push. Trying to make something even is a pain in the ass. But there we go. So that flattens it out. Probably want to shove it a bit more though. So it's more towards the holes. So... I can stick... Oh, you know what I should do? I should see... Shit. If I can put glue in here so that piece can be held together incorrectly. And then I'll probably try to see if I can stick little nails in the back or in the front. Actually, no, I should stick the nails in the front. I'm gonna take away the...
It was another dream about the Sub-Zerus Festival, except it was a happy one. In my dream, I was sitting in the middle of a flower terrace, and everyone in Sumeru City was holding hands as they danced in circles around me. They danced round and round, and everyone looked really happy.
Timber.
I also got to sit on a gigantic flower carriage. Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, raised me really, really high above the ground, and I was throwing an endless amount of Yalda candies at the children.
You know, Nahida, maybe your dream is how the Sub-Zerus Festival really should be. It's meant to be a joyous time where everyone gets together to celebrate your birthday.
What, my dear?
Huh? Wasn't I describing a really happy dream? Why are you both looking at me like that? Wait, could Could this be an example of the emotion known as pity?
No! We aren't pitying you. That would only make everything worse. We just don't want you to feel too sad. By the way, have you had a chance to visit Dunyarzad? How's she doing? The Homianis haven't allowed any visitors after the festival, so we haven't been able to check on her.
Yes, I paid her a visit right after I woke up. She was resting at the time. Her condition is stabilized. However, since Elazar is a manifestation of the withering on the human body, we can only cure it by finding a way to take care of Irminsulf's own withering. But for the moment, our top focus should still be figuring out what the sages are up to and what they're planning.
Right. Who knows what'll happen if they manage to pull off another scheme like the Samsara of the
dear.
Sub-Zero's festival?
Shush.
So our first priority should be investigating and putting a stop to the sages' activities.
I hate that I can never
As
find
for
the
how we
crap
should
I'm
pull
looking
that
for.
off, let's discuss it somewhere else. There are too many adventurers around here.
Oh, good point. Sorry, adventurers. We're gonna be borrowing Catherine for a little while.
I'm gonna eat! Oh my gosh. I scared the cheapers out of myself. Because I thought I stepped on my cat, but I just stepped on a piece of paper. What? I don't want to talk. I didn't want to start this thing. I want to go here. But I just had to walk past fucking... Okay, so I could have just teleported. Ellie, where the fuck are you? I sense you not being somewhere particular. There you are, my dear. I am looking for these particular
What's
like,
the hurry?
buttons.
No news is good news.
I guess he would be busy.
Greetings! Welcome to the Citadel of Regzar. Would you be interested in taking on some commissions?
Are there any easy jobs where we can earn loads of Mora for just standing around? Oh, better yet, for just sitting around? That's the kind of task we're interested in now.
We don't currently have any commissions like that. However, I do have some relatively simple requests from residents that will pay several thousand Mora.
Really? That's all? That isn't nearly enough for Paimon.
I hope for two things right now. One, I hope I didn't open the other one. And two, I kind of want to finish this episode before my stomach decides to kill me. I'm trying to remember if I had enough products again. But my ability to remember is always down the toilet. Oof. So 9, so...
Yeah, Effendi, are there any high-paying commissions available?
Ah, I see. Let me think. Spontamod recently initiated a research project on the ley lines and is looking for paid volunteers. There are several researchers in Spontamod who specialize in studying ley lines, so there is a great demand for ley lines data. Researchers often need to enter domains to investigate ley line disorders. They have been understaffed for some time, even after recruiting a good number of their own students. So, now they've turned to recruiting large numbers of volunteers. They offer substantial pay, but they also have strict requirements for the quality of the volunteers. Are you interested?
What are the requirements?
Yes, let's walk through the recruitment process. First of all, are you proficient with one or more types of weapon?
I would say technically all of them because I
Very good.
do play as all the characters.
How's your understanding of elements? Are you capable of using elemental powers? Alright, I'll put you down as the Traveler, right? Okay, I finished the registration. I'll be coordinating the necessary supplies and payments for volunteers later. You'll have to find Gafoor for more details about the job. However, he has an important visitor today, so I don't think he'll be in the academia. According to the standard protocol for receiving visitors, he will most likely bring the visitor to the Puspa Cafe. You can go there and talk to him when his time with the visitor has finished. He sounded like he was in quite the rush to recruit volunteers when he contacted me.
Oh, it can't be that big.
But now he's showing a visitor around. Seriously, who could be so important?
No, I think one of them was big, and then one of them was smaller. But that feels like it's too big and too small. I'll talk to him again. That's right. Da da da. I probably. Why do I have to talk to this dude again? Oh. The shenanigans, I guess. Okay, cool. So I've opened the Sumeru, which is good. Alright. Neat. I still gotta finish Leeway shenanigans. Where am I going? Take me to where I need to go, because I'm stupid. Can I teleport here? I know I can't, but maybe? Nope. Yeah, I think it will teleport me to the closest teleporter, which would be right there. And then I can walk away for like 2 minutes. Though my concern is that I'm going to probably be away for a bit. But I know I can't stop this because I've already started it. Shit. Alright, which one am I starting?
Let's continue our chat here.
Okay, then this one.
Okay, so do you have any ideas on how we can investigate the sages, Nahida?
Actually, I've already done a little bit of work on that. But for now, I want to hear your thoughts.
Hold on, I want to try something real quick.
I've already tried that, but all the key members of the Academia, even the core 30 guards, intentionally avoid wearing their Akasha terminals. It seems that from the very beginning, they've been guarding against info leaks from the Akasha. Of course, it could also be because they're wary of me.
Have you already caught the sage's attention?
I'm guessing not yet, but distrusting me would make perfect sense if they've ever paid attention to the urban legends about me. In any case, I probably can't take over their minds directly.
I'm just gonna have to come back and forth between some, because I gotta do something real quick, and I can't really stop right now, but, you know.
No way, that's too risky.
You mean it'd be too easy to get caught?
No, it's not that. We shouldn't involve innocent students in this. A single mistake could completely ruin their lives. Doing that would be ignoring the safety of my people for my own selfish goals. How is that any different from what the sages are doing?
That's a good point. Spoken like the god of Sumeru.
Alright, I'm back. Hopefully for a good
We're in the dark as of now.
and not for like
Since
2
we
minutes.
still don't know anything about their goals,
My dear, what are you
any
doing?
rash move could tip them off and lead to terrible consequences. After all, every person in Sumeru City is one of their hostages.
I feel like I should round this off more, 'cause it's still, it's kind of not roundy. It's very, what's the word I'm looking for? Scary still. So,
Are we really out of ideas? Nahida, you're super smart, so you already have something in mind, right? Don't keep us in suspense. Spill the beans already.
According to a popular theory from the Vahumana Darshan of the Academia, rejecting impractical motions at the beginning of a planning session will give more weight to the actual proposal.
Okay, but aren't you the god of wisdom? You don't have to use that kind of gimmick to make us take your ideas seriously.
Well, I've been thinking that if I can't directly possess the leaders, and if I can't get ordinary people involved, then I should find someone who's already involved, but hasn't decided to side with the sages.
You're saying we should recruit a spy? That does sound like it could work. Oh, before coming back, we met someone named Alhaitham. He seems like he acts alone, and he likes doing stuff behind the Academia's back. They probably aren't in cahoots.
Actually, I already have someone in mind. Do you still remember that female scholar named Sataria?
Sataria. Paimon remembers now. Isn't she the one who's always trailing behind the Grand Sage of the Academia? We ran into her basically every time the Sub-Zero's festival repeated itself. You could even say we're old enemies by now. Paimon still remembers the smug and mean way she always spoke to Nilou.
I've always liked observing all kinds of people, and Setaria has always stood out from the crowd. She was born in the desert and was hailed as their greatest genius. Her academic gifts allowed her special admission into the academia, and also gave her the opportunity to serve as the sage's assistant.
Oh, Paimon didn't know she was from the desert. She must be pretty special then. Paimon feels like most of the desert dwellers around the city are working as mercenaries.
The name Setaria means star. When she lived in the desert, she shone like the brightest star in the night sky. Later on, she was chosen by the sun. The star was given a place in the daytime sky to complement the sun's dazzling light. Soon after, the star witnessed the sun scorching the earth, which brought forth many disasters. The star began to waver. Instead of staying beside such a sun, wouldn't it be better to return and light up part of the night sky? But in the end, she couldn't give up the radiance of daytime. To cope with her shame, the star buried her guilt and closed her eyes.
So she thought I was right.
From the sound of it, Setaria's just hung up on the research opportunities here. But she doesn't really support the academia. She still feels guilty about not doing more for the desert, right? She's just running away from her problems.
Indeed. When they are presented with complex moral issues, many people will simply plug their ears and go with the flow until the problem can't be fixed anymore. She's suppressing a lot of guilt, but before she realized it, she had already become the sage's accomplice. She can't deny her part in their schemes anymore. Right. We must somehow make her face her problems again. That way, not only can we get useful intel from her, but she can also use it as an opportunity to redeem herself. From my past observations, Setaria will take a day off from the academia every 10 days to do some shopping in the city. Tomorrow afternoon just happens to be a shopping day for her. That'll be our chance.
It's not round, but I think I'll just
To
settle with
prepare,
it.
let's go check out some of her favorite spots and have a quick chat with a few of the vendors there.
I would like to make it more round, but I risk it being able to pop out too easily. Because I want it to fit in here without it popping out as easy, though I gotta put glue on it so it stays. The problems of making your own fucking props. I gotta go. Where is this? Oh, I skipped it. Oh, there's a chest here. Neat.
How fortunate.
Indeed. Kaya? No. Please, Kaya, I need you to work with me. Cool. Alrighty. And now I gotta follow the shape of the thing. Okay, so I'll follow the basic shape of this thing that I have here.
Do you still remember what the coffee's like here?
Of course. How could I forget? It used to be my go-to drink here. Listen, Gafoor. I suppose I should call you Professor Gafoor now. We're old acquaintances, so how about we stop beating around the bush, First you wanted to catch up, and now the coffee. If you have something to say, just say it.
Oh, that's Gafoor! He's the one we're searching for. But he seems to be busy talking with someone else. Maybe we should wait for them to finish.
Oh, well, it's nothing really. It's just that ever since you left the academia, our original projects and plans have lost their backbone, so to speak. Cyrus is also disappointed. He's always valued you as a proud disciple. To be honest, it's a real shame that you left the academia, Lisa. With your wisdom and intellect, had you stayed in the academia, you would have become a Herbad by now.
Hold on. That's Lisa! The librarian Lisa! Our Lisa! Paimon heard that Lisa had studied at the academia before, but that was a long time ago. What's Lisa doing here now?
If I'm reading the situation right, you're reminiscing about the past to convince me to come back, aren't you?
Well, I heard that you're currently the librarian for the Knights of Favonius in Mondstadt. If you ask me, that's a tragic waste of your talents. Why waste your time and energy on something as trivial as taking care of a library? Your time is much more valuable than that. If you're willing to come back to the academia, I have plenty of projects for you to preside over right away. The academia needs people right now, and some of these projects are quite important.
Yawn. So all this talk is to convince me to come back. I'm guessing Professor Cyrus doesn't know that you're talking to me about this.
As a matter of fact, he has long wanted you to come back and work at the academia.
Is that so? You know, Professor Gafoor, it isn't a good idea to lie to people. Our teacher knows exactly why I left the academia after only 2 years. He would never ask me to come back. Giving up my life in Mondstadt and returning to the academia as a Spontamod researcher. The price of seeking wisdom is no longer something I'm willing to pay. So please, don't bother trying to get me to come back.
Wow! So Lisa used to be a Spontamod researcher? Paimon's never heard her mention it before.
I would probably want this one to be bigger, no? Paimon needs to shed her trap.
Besides,
She can't be
taking
bothered.
care of a library is important work. I've never considered it a waste of my time. Wisdom is hidden in every corner of the world. Never underestimate wisdom, no matter how small it may appear. That's what our teacher always said. A good scholar wouldn't overlook the small details, Gafoor. I'm sorry. I'm still not used to calling you Professor. Nevertheless, the underlying meaning of what you just said is simply wrong. And there's one other detail you probably haven't noticed. 2 people have been eavesdropping on us for quite a while now.
Busted.
Is there anything we can help you two with?
Hello, Lisa!
Long time no see.
Well, if it isn't you two. Long time no see, cutie. Paimon.
I still
Excuse
do
me,
not like Lisa.
but what business
She
do
creeps
you
me
two
out.
have here?
Well, actually, we're here to participate in a
Lisa,
research
yeah, me
project
too,
on
and the
ley lines
perfume
for
lady all creep
Spontamod.
me the fuck out.
We just
I don't know
finished
why.
registering with Effendi.
Happened to run into you.
A research project on ley lines? Oh, darling. You haven't joined the academia, have you?
Alright, Effendi told us a research project is looking for paid volunteers. That's what we came to see Gafoor about.
Give you all
Paid
the
volunteers? Gafoor, is the academia really that understaffed? Or are there projects that insist on the use of outsiders?
No. The paid volunteers are for a conventional project to monitor the ley lines. All operations follow the prescribed safety protocols. We rely on a lot of manpower to collect the data. There's no way around it now. But if only you would agree to come back and preside over some matters, we wouldn't have to go through all this nonsense.
If memory serves me right, collecting ley lines data requires investigators to go deep into domains, which can be dangerous.
We've seen our fair share of combat since leaving Mondstadt. Exploring a domain is like a walk in the park to us.
been so long now. I can only imagine what wonderful stories you have to share.
Mm-hmm. So there's nothing to worry about.
Since you two are here to apply for the project, then please wait a moment while I talk to Lisa.
I'm sorry, Gafur. My answer is still no.
Aren't you even a little bit interested?
I have
think
never
this dude has
regretted
the hots
my
for
decision
Lisa.
to leave the academia. I
maybe
don't
it's
think
just
that
me.
will change in the future.
I thought after all this time you would have a different answer. But you're still as obstinate as ever, Lisa. You've made yourself clear. I'll only make a fool of myself if I keep insisting. In that case, I still have unfinished business to take care of, so I'll take my leave. See you at the Darshan reunion in a few days.
Yes. Don't worry. I'll be there on time.
As for you two, please come see me later in the Mautiima Forest when you're free. We'll need your help with the volunteer work. Oh, and one last thing, Lisa.
Yes?
I wish you the best of luck in Mondstadt.
Thank you. Well then, cuties. Now that the recruiter is gone, we can sit down and have a good chat. Much has been happening within the academia, and Gafur is paving the way for his future.
By the way, Lisa, what brought you to Sumeru? Are the Knights okay with you being gone?
Of course. Jean gave me an extended paid vacation. It's rare that I get any time off, so I thought to myself, why not go on a trip and relax a little? I don't know how much of our conversation you heard, but I studied in the Spontamad Darshan at the academia for 2 years. But instead of staying at the academia after graduation, I went back to Mondstadt to become the librarian for the Knights of Favonius.
So that's why you came to Sumeru, right? To walk around and meet with your old friends and teachers.
Let's see. This would make it thicker. Problem is, it wouldn't be perfectly round. But then again, I don't need it to be perfectly round because the whole thing's not gonna be that shape. It's gonna be a smaller shape because I gotta cut out the little circles on the bottom. Like.
You'd like to know, wouldn't you? Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt if I told you. After all, it was ages ago. If anything, it all boils down to a difference in philosophy. When I first came to the academia, Professor Cyrus really appreciated my work and invited me to participate in several major projects. But most of those projects ended in failure. To be honest, they went too far trying to achieve wisdom beyond mortal understanding, so failure was only to be expected. I didn't want any part of that lunacy, so I left. Anyway, now that I told you, make sure you keep it between us.
Sounds like you've experienced a lot.
I don't wish to return to the academia, even if Professor Cyrus came to ask me personally. Rather than conducting experiments day and night, I'm much more suited for working hours that start after 10 a.m., with regular afternoon tea every day.
Oh, Lisa chose to be a librarian because she doesn't want to deal with hassles all the time.
I prefer to take things at my own pace when it comes to tiring tasks like a job. And besides, being able to take regular vacations is also really important. It's a pity I didn't even have time to visit that child in Gandharvaville yet. Gafur found me just after I arrived in Sumeru. Speaking of which, what about you two? What brings my favorite cuties to Sumeru?
We're not fully done yet with the Sumeru thing, but...
I see. So you came to Sumeru in search of information on Lesser Lord Kusanali, the god of wisdom.
That's neat! Cause, like... she says something different if you finished all of Sumeru Quest, because I haven't done, like... a certain part of the Sumeru shenanigans, but I've done, like, the whole, you know... after getting rid of, after doing a certain part, and let's just say we got answers from Nahida about our sibling. That's all I'm going to tell you. I mean, even that's spoilers in some straight scum sets. But she basically says, oh, so you've been through so much. And da-da-da-da-da-da. So this is actually something completely different from my main.
The two of you have more pressing issues than entertaining a tourist like me. I wanted to walk around Sumeru with you, but now doesn't seem like the right time. What a pity. It's very rare for us to meet like this.
Yeah, because she says, like, you know, it's not. She says she would like love to hang out with you. But there is
then
free
would you
time
like
or something.
to spend some time with me, darling? That would be wonderful. I plan to spend the next few days visiting around Sumeru City. At the end of my stay, I'll leave from Gandharvaville and return to Mondstadt via Liyue. Who knows? Perhaps we'll bump into each other again in Sumeru City or Gandharvaville. Come to think of it, there's something romantic about such a chance encounter like this. It's like icing on the cake for this little vacation of mine.
So creepy.
If you see me around, be sure to come and say hello.
I hate how
Otherwise, I
creepy she
might
is.
start feeling lonely.
I don't like her. She creeps me out. I don't know why. People like her. She freaks me the fuck out. I don't know why, but she does. And I don't like her at all. And I would really prefer not to spend time with her. You know? Well, these are two stuck together. I just need one nail, please. Can I have one that isn't stuck together? Man, why are these all jammed up like this? There's one that isn't. There we go. That or should I do for the medium one because it's more corrective on the size preference? Should I do... You know what? Let's do it like this. I don't... But maybe it would be better to have the flat part. Where's the... When you're trying to multitask and do a bunch of stuff, it's kind of a pain in the ass. Is this the correct spot? Where is the spot that this is most connected to? What, my dear? I think this is about right, because it looks about the most similar to the thing. Sorry. Let's get up. Was I in here to get shit? I don't remember. I feel like I was, but I wasn't.
Acting cafe manager in Tekka. At your service.
What the fuck is she doing? Hey, do you have like new shit that I haven't bought that I don't remember if I've bought? Yep, I got new stuff to buy from her. Cool. Thank you, lady.
When it comes to family heritage, no wonder what today's news will be.
Actually, lady, can you give me some more stuff, please? I don't. What do you have to buy? Oh, you just have this shit. Sweetie, I swear to gosh, what the fuck do you want? Get the fuck off there. Off. You're going to knock something down and I'm gonna be very upset with you.
At your service.
Ellie, I need you to get the fuck off. Oh, it's been like 45 minutes. Because I'm pretty sure I started like early fucking 10 on this thing. So, with that, if I can figure out how to like get the fuck out of here. We'll leave the cafe. Where'd my cat go? There you are. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to what, sweetie? Why do you do that, huh? Why do you cry so much? Why can't you like be chill and shit? Like for like 2 minutes, eh? You gotta always be crying and stuff. I don't know why. Such a naughty child you are. Anyway, we're gonna end this episode here. And even though I know it's not gonna take too long, we're going to start the thing next time. So for now, Tiniestofchibis is signing out.